What's going on, y'all? Riley here, and it is time for my February manga haul, so stay tuned. Like I said, we're doing the February manga haul. This has stuff from the end of January and then like the last few weeks as well. So the first 3 weeks, I guess, of February. There's still some stuff that's coming out this month or has come out that I haven't received yet or I haven't ordered yet. So this is not everything from February. So there's something that you're like, hey, I didn't see this book. Just keep in mind, doesn't mean that I didn't order it, doesn't mean that it's not on the way. I do have a couple of older things as well that I'm gonna show, but let's just dig on into all this new manga. So actually this at the top of my stack is what I'm reading right now, and this is, pardon me if I mispronounce anything, but Mirkochan. This is a series I'd never heard of before, but every Thursday I do a show live over on the Omnibus Collectors Network channel with Omnibros Live. Every other Thursday we do a manga show. It's myself and my buddy Gio, who's from the channel A Week in Geekdom, so please check him out if you haven't before. And we talk about stuff. We were talking about new releases coming out, and the second volume of this series was coming out, and he mentioned that it was a really fun title. I'd never heard of it before. So I looked it up and I found a cheap copy and I ordered that real quick, and yeah, I'm enjoying reading. I've read a couple chapters of this so far. The basic idea here is this high school age girl can see ghosts and ghouls and stuff, and they're very just terrifyingly drawn throughout this series, but it's more of a comedy series. It's more lighthearted because her reaction is basically, she's the only one that can see them, and she has kind of humorous reactions in that she's scared of them, but just wants to ignore them and wishes that everything would go away. So thus far, a couple chapters in, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of this first volume goes and find out if I want to get that second volume. This is a recommendation from my buddy Omar over at Near Mint Condition. This is a series that he's mentioned a lot in the past and mentioned that he's enjoyed, and this is What's Michael, which I've been referring to as Weeb Garfield because that's essentially what it is. It follows the, adventures of, I guess, this fat orange cat named Michael. So we get to see what he gets up to while he's at home, while his owners are away, and different stuff like that. It's a lot of short stories, a bunch of like 5-page chapters, each of them having just a different funny story about the cat with a different punchline. Very nicely illustrated, I will say. Very fun caricatures of these different humans. I really did enjoy this. This is a pretty thick book as well. It's got like 500 plus pages. This is the first of 2 of these Fat Cat volumes. I don't know exactly when the second one's coming out. I believe it was delayed quite a bit, but it's finally coming out, which has made a lot of fans of this series excited. But this is a cool one. I found it for really cheap on eBay, so I don't know if there's still cheap copies, but I got mine for like $8 or something like that. And then one more older book. I know a lot of people have asked me about Attack on Titan in the past. I didn't have it on my favorite list of, ongoing manga and stuff like that, and so people think, I just hate the series or something. And I've mentioned it in comments and on a live stream that I did recently that I actually really enjoy Attack on Titan, but I've only read the first 10 volumes. And I've been collecting the Colossal editions, but I haven't read past the 10th volume, so the second Colossal edition, to get caught up or anything. And I figured now that we're so close to the ending of the series, I would just wait for it to end and then binge the whole thing at my own pace. But I recently bought something that's kind of a supplemental piece to go along with that, and it's a pretty cool little piece. It's a hardcover Attack on Titan Anthology. This is actually a variant cover. The regular cover looks different. This is the previews variant. And I actually prefer any other cover over this one. This one's actually pretty ugly in my opinion, but it was also really cheap. I found it for like $5. But this is a collection of stories written by Western comic creators. So it's got stuff by people like Ray Fox and Scott Snyder, Raphael Albuquerque, Evan Dorkin, Genevieve Valentine, Faith Erin Hicks, Michael Avon Emming, Paula Rivera, Gail Simone, Phil Jimenez, Sam Humphries, Ronald Wimberly, Kevin Wada. So a bunch of creators that if you read Western comics, you probably are familiar with their works and stuff, just doing different stories in the Attack on Titan universe. So I'm really excited to have that. It's the same trim size as the Colossal Edition, so it does look nice on the shelf next to those. Now let's jump into the new stuff. So at the top of the stack, I got a couple that I've already read. The first one is one that I've really been loving, and I wish that these volumes would come out faster because I read each one of these in like 20 minutes or less, and that is Blood on the Tracks. This is volume 4. Absolutely love this. It's a great just terror suspense series. Fantastic material. I cannot wait for the next volume, but I feel the same way after every single volume comes out. Then we got volume 6 of Tsutomu Nihei's currently ongoing series, Opossums. If you know Nihei, you know what to expect here. It's interesting sci-fi material with great artwork. We've got the first volume of a new series from the creator of Magi, and that is Orient. I haven't tried this one out yet. All the rest of the stuff in this video, aside from 2 books, the last 2 books I'm going to talk about actually, are things that I've already, or I've never read before. So I've not read this. I'm interested in seeing it. It looks interesting. It has great artwork, and I'm interested in seeing if this is something that I'm going to want to add onto my pull list, I guess, of manga. And then a final volume, we got the last volume of Seven Deadly Sins from Kodansha. This one, I know the spin-off series has started in Japan. I think it's been solicited to come out in America as well. But this, in the meantime, is the final volume of the original, volume 41. We got also from Kodansha, volume 21 of Fire Force. And then from Viz, from the Shonen Sunday label, this is one of my favorite ongoing titles right now, and that is Komi Can't Communicate, volume 11. This is a really great, wholesome, slice-of-life comedy series, so if you're into that kind of thing, this is definitely one that you'll want to pick up. It's got really endearing and sweet characters. Another final volume, this is something that has been okay, I guess, at best. It's from the writer of Naruto, and that is Samurai 8, volume 5, final volume of that series. And we've got 2 volumes of a series that has become insanely popular thanks to its anime, which I'm really excited about because I love when things that I enjoy get more popular because anime come out, because there's a lot of people that don't read manga that watch anime. And that is volume 0 and volume 8 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Volume 0 came out, I think, last month or the month before, but it was pretty delayed in getting to me. I think they were waiting on reprints and resupply and stuff like that, because I've been looking around and you can't find volume 0, at least last I checked. You can't find copies like anywhere. It's kind of ridiculous. And then another Shonen Jump title that I've really been loving is Dr. Stone. This is volume 15 of this series by the same writer as Ice Shield 21, which is a fantastic football manga if you're into sports manga. And then we've got another super popular Shonen Jump series is Demon Slayer. This is volume 20 out of, I think, 23 is the final one. So we're getting really close to the end of this series. They did recently announce the box set is going to be coming out in the fall of this year. So basically, by the time the final volume comes out, they'll also be pushing out that box set. So if you haven't bought all the volumes yet, that box set's going to be a great way to collect the whole series in a way that's going to be cheaper than buying all the volumes individually. They usually price the box sets pretty competitively. Another awesome series, and one that I'm really loving right now, is Chainsaw Man. We got volume 3 right here. This is another one where the previous volumes have been really hard to find, but if you're not able to find those books, I do not recommend buying them for above cover price. They will be reprinted. It's just taking a little bit of time, as is true with a lot of things that are getting reprinted, especially by Viz right now. So just be patient, read it on the app, the Shonen Jump app or something in the meantime, and pick up the new volumes as they come out. But I really love that series. It's hard for me to not just jump ahead and read the whole thing on the app, and I feel like one day I'm going to crack and be like, screw it, I'm reading the whole thing. And we've got Blue Exorcist, volume number 25. This one's actually kind of a thickie. And then we got the last book I've got this time from Shonen Jump is Boruto volume, what is this, 10? Yes, volume 10. I know there's some big developments that happened in the series recently, but I don't read it digitally. I only read it in the physical volumes, so no spoilers, please. Then moving over, I've got my larger volumes. This is like Viz Signature and stuff like that. This one was on my list of anticipated books for 2021, and that's Zom 100, volume 1. So looking forward to trying this one out, seeing if I want to add it to my repertoire. We've got volume 6 of another popular one. This is actually just ended in Japan, Hell's Paradise. I think there's 13 volumes worth of material, so perfect time to jump in. We're at like the halfway point now, and it's not very long. 13 volumes is a really good size of a series if you're not someone who likes to collect the longer, titles. Like if you don't want 90 volumes like One Piece, then this is perfect for you. This is another one of my favorite ongoing titles at the moment, and that is Golden Kamui. This is volume 20. This has everything, action, adventure, comedy, drama, everything is wrapped up in this series. Fantastic story. I really love Golden Kamui and cannot recommend it enough. And we've got 2 books from Rumiko Takahashi. I think my last haul I had 3 books from her, so this is really pushing her work out, which is really awesome. So we've got the second and final volume of Mermaid Saga Collector's Edition. I read the first volume, really enjoyed it. I do plan on doing a video about the series once I finish the second volume, so look forward to that. And then we also have Urusei Yatsura Volume 9. We're over the halfway point now for Urusei Yatsura. I think there's going to be 17 total volumes of these 2-in-1 collections, so Volume 9 brings us past the halfway point. And then another collector's edition, we've got Volume 6 of Pokemon Adventures. Volume 5 gave us the first part of the whole Gen 3 Ruby Sapphire story, so we've got Volumes 16, 17, and 18, 3 more volumes of Ruby Sapphire in this volume. I originally was not planning on going past the whole Gold and Silver era, but I really did enjoy the first volume of the Ruby Sapphire material, so I decided to go ahead and keep picking it up. And then we've got 2 more books here, 2 hardcover volumes. First off, the 12th out of, I believe, 17 volumes of Fullmetal Alchemist, the Full Metal Edition. These are really awesome hardcovers. If you enjoy the series, this is a great way to collect it in a really nice premium edition. And then the 8th and the second to last volume of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. I'm actually wearing a properly themed shirt for this video with the release of this one. So 1 more volume, Volume 9 will be the end of Diamond is Unbreakable, and then we will get into the 5th part, Golden Wind. So that's everything. That's all the new manga that I've gotten for the end of January and so far for February. A lot of awesome things, a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to reading very soon. Let me know what of this stack that you guys picked up. What else did you guys pick up throughout the month of February? What are you looking forward to? And was there anything here that you didn't pick up that seeing it or hearing me talk about one of these things is kind of enticing you to pick up? I'm curious about all those things, so sound off in the comments down below. Give the video a like if you enjoyed this, and if you are not subscribed to the channel just yet, I'm hoping that you'll consider hitting that subscribe button and tune in for new videos when I put them out. I talk about manga and comics every week, so I hope you'll consider joining the family and subscribing. Until next time, peace out.